Samsy. Story time on a little scooter. Here we go, guys. Around the World in 80 Days, Part 13. Oh, I remember where we left this off, too. All right, we're just going to continue around the Coral Pink Sand Dune State Park area up near Kanab, Utah. And I'm going to cruise on up here. This is just a couple of miles away from the state park. And there's a campground there. I think it's called Ponderosa Campground. And that's where we're going to go to first. So now this story. Around the World in 80 Days. That detective, Fix, his little plan worked out. He got the boys arrested, and he figures it'll delay them by a week at least, and that should be long enough to get an arrest warrant, and then he's got his man. So we'll pick it up right there. Fix rubbed his hands softly with satisfaction. If Phileas Fogg could be detained in Calcutta a week, it would be more than time for the warrant to arrive. Passepartout was stupefied. This sentence ruined his master. A wager of £20,000 lost because he, like a precious fool, had gone into an abominable pagoda. Yeah, I'm telling you, you don't even know what you can and cannot do. You walk into a abominable pagoda, and there it is, a pagoda. Phileas Fogg, as self-composed as if the judgment. Oh, here we go. Here's this little campground, and it's actually a pretty good sized campground. I was pretty surprised. Well, I guess in a way I'm not, because of the area of what happens here. They have to have some space for some big rigs, because that's all you can buy these days is, these gigantic rigs. Boy, I got a good one to show you on this on the way back. We witness a very interesting rig. Oh, and there's one of those gigantic converted utility trucks with 40-some-inch military wheels. They're just up the ways here, and we'll get to have a good look at them. And I actually had seen the vehicle while I was out hiking. Well, I definitely heard it coming. All right, this story. Fix. Okay, yeah. Okay, this ruined his master's eye. Okay, yeah. Here we go. As self-composed as if the judgment did not in the least concern him. Did not even lift his eyebrows while it was being pronounced. Just as the clerk was calling the next case, he rose and said, "I offer bail." "You have that right," returned the judge. Fix's blood ran cold, but he resumed his composure when he heard the judge announce that bail required for each prisoner would be £1,000. "I will pay it at once," said Mr. Fogg, taking a roll of bank bills from the carpet-bag, which Passepartout had by him, and placing them on the clerk's desk. "This sum will be restored to you upon your release from prison," said the judge. "Meanwhile, you are liberated on bail." "Come," said Phileas Fogg to his servant. "But let them at least give me back my shoes," cried Passepartout angrily. "Ah, these are pretty dear shoes," he muttered, as they were handed to him. "More than £1,000 apiece. Besides, they pinch my feet." Mr. Fogg offered his arm to Euda, then departed, followed by the crestfallen Passepartout. Fix still nourished hopes that the robber would not, after all, leave £2,000 behind him, but would decide to serve out his week in jail, and issued forth on Mr. Fogg's traces. That gentleman took a carriage, and the party were soon landed on one of the quays. So, okay. So we went up into the other section of this this campground. One of the first section we went through there is for stuff over 25 feet, and this one's under 25 feet, whatever. And landed on the quays. The Ragoon was moored a half a mile off in the harbor, its signal of departure hoisted at the mast head. 11 o'clock was striking. Mr. Fogg was an hour in advance of time. Fix saw them leave the carriage and push off in a boat for the steamer, and stamped his feet with disappointment. Ha ha ha! The rascal is off after all. All right, let's take a look. I know that that big old overlander truck is coming here. The rascal is off after all, he exclaimed. £2,000 sacrificed. He's as prodigal as a thief. He's as prodigal as a thief. Oh, okay. I'll follow him to the end of the world if necessary. But at the rate he was going on, the stolen money would soon be exhausted. Ha! No evidence. Okay, so here's the truck. Here's the truck here. I'm not even sure what brand it is. It's one of them, oh boy. Just the, oh sorry guys. I know you guys got a lot of love into that thing. That's a lot of grit and bearing it traveling in something like that. Okay, enough of that. We won't get too far. It's a nice rig. That's a hell of a lot of effort, and I congratulate you, my friend. Just because it's not my cup of tea don't mean it don't taste good. All right. The detective was not far wrong in making this conjecture, since leaving London, what with traveling expenses, bribes, the purchase of the elephant, bails and fines, Mr. Fogg had already spent more than £5,000 on the way, and a percentage of the sum recovered from the bank robber promised to the detectives was rapidly diminishing. Oh man, yeah, you gotta catch him quick. He's gonna spend all your money. All right, that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of the chapter. Let's boogie on to chapter 16, in which Fix does not seem to understand in the least what is said to him. Okay, here we go. The Rangoon, one of the oh boy, okay. Let's just loosen it all up here. Take a look at this here little drive, and oh yeah, we looping around again here. Okay. All right, I think I got it back under, I think I have the words detangled. The Rangoon, one of the Peninsular and Oriental Company's boats plying in the Chinese and Japanese seas, was a screw steamer built of iron, weighing about 1,770 tons, and with engines of 400 horsepower. She was as fast, but not as well fitted up as the Mongolia, and Euda was not as comfortably provided for on board of her as Phileas Fogg. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's take a look at this little rig right here. Look at this here. Oh boy, that's a 1500 pulling a fifth wheel with another one. Oh, that's a nice trailer with a portable fuel tank. Strapped on there with a piece of dental floss and an old banana peel. Yeah, I think you better not be going too far, my friend. You guys go back. You got to go back and see that, man. That truck is overloaded. That truck's having a hard time. And then that fuel tank. Oh my word. All right. Okay. However, the trip. Oh, right. Okay. She was fast, but not as well appointed, not comfortably provided on board of her as Phileas Fogg could have wished. However, the trip from Calcutta to Hong Kong only comprised some 3,500 miles, occupying from 10 to 12 days, and the young woman was not difficult to please. During the first days of the journey, Aouda became better acquainted with her protector and constantly gave evidence of her deep gratitude for what he had done. The phlegmatic gentleman listened to her, apparently at least, with coldness. Neither his voice nor his manner betrayed the slightest emotion, but he seemed to be always on the watch that nothing should be wanting to Aouda's comfort. He visited her regularly each day at certain hours, not so much to talk himself as to sit and hear her talk. He treated her with the strictest politeness, but with the precision of an automaton, the movements of which had been arranged for this purpose. Aouda did not quite know what to make of him, though Passepartout had given her some hints of his master's eccentricity. Oh, I thought I was just going to nail it. Eccentricity. There we go. We ain't going to try it again. And made her smile by telling her of the wager which was sending him round the world. After all, she owed Phileas Fogg her life, and she always regarded him through the exalted medium of her gratitude. Oh, all right. Let's just take a look at this little drive here. Got to wet the whistle. Which way are we going to go, left or right, do you think? I'm betting we're going to go left. I kind of got an unfair advantage, though. I kind of was there once before. Yeah, we just going to head on back right to the campsite now. Okay. The medium of her gratitude. Aouda confirmed the Parsi guide's narrative of her touching history. She did indeed belong to the highest of the native races of India. Many of the Parsi merchants have made great fortunes there by dealing in cotton. And one of them, Sir Jametsi Gigi. Oh boy, I should know this one. Jametsi Gigi Bahoy. Wow, sorry about that. Was made by a baronet by the English government. Okay, let's try to put that together in something that makes a little bit more sense of that. Here we go. Okay, let's back it up even further. Many of the Parsi merchants have made great fortunes there by dealing in cotton. And one of them, Sir Jamesti Gigi Bahoy, 3 times, was made a baronet by the English government. Could have just went right past it. It's like, oh no, that's the important part of this whole damn book here. Aouda was a relative of this great man. See, I told you it was important. And it was his cousin, Gigi, whom she hoped to join at Hong Kong. Whether she would find a protector in him, she could not tell. But Mr. Fogg essayed to calm her anxieties and to assure her that everything would be mathematically He used the very word, arranged. Euda fastened her great eyes, clear as the sacred lakes of the Himalaya, upon him. But the intractable fog was reserved as ever, did not seem at all inclined to throw himself into this lake. The first few days of the voyage passed prosperously, amid favorable weather and propitious winds, and they soon came in sight of the great Andaman, the principal of the islands in the Bay of Bengal, with its picturesque Saddle Peak, 2,400 feet high, looming above the waters. The steamer passed along near the shores, but the savage Papuans, who are in the lowest scale of humanity, but are not, as has been asserted, cannibals, did not make their appearance. Well, boy, I guess that's good. He's just going to toss that one in there, and we're just supposed to kind of ignore it and just keep going here, right? Well, all right. We don't have far to go, so let's just take a look and just read that one again. The steamer passed along near the shores, but the savage Papuans, who are in the lowest scale of humanity, but are them that's the lowest scale of humanity around. It's okay, but are not as. All right, let's try that whole bit again. We took a complete break there. We're going to dial it back here. Okay, the savage Papuans, who are in the lowest scale of humanity, but are not, as has been asserted, cannibals, did not make their appearance. Now that was about the clumsiest sentence I have ever tried to digest. All right, let's try. We at the end of the paragraph, you know what? I think I'm just going to call it. I mean, that's it. I mean, we did it. We made it, friends. All right, I can do a little better. Here we go. Make their appearance. The panorama of the... Yeah, we can't end it like that. That's... Oh, no, that's like... No, you don't end up with chopped liver. Nah. The panorama of the islands, as they steamed by them, was superb. Vast forests of palms, bamboo, teak wood of the gigantic mimosa, and tree-like ferns covered the foreground, while behind, the graceful outlines of the mountains were traced against the sky, and along the coast swarmed by thousands the precious swallows, whose nests furnish a luxurious dish to the tables of the celestial empire. The varied landscape afforded by the Andaman Islands was soon passed, however, and the Rangoon rapidly approached the Straits of Malacca, which gave access to the China Seas. Oh, haha! What was Detective Fix so unluckily drawn on from country to country doing all this while? All right, let's just put a pin in it right there, because we'll just mark it and that'll be good. Endangered what now? Tiger beetle. Okay, yeah, we're gonna pull it back in here. I think, let me see. Fix, so unlucky, he had managed to embark on, he got on the boat at Calcutta without being seen by Passepartout. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. All right, we're just gonna go back to the campsite here. I don't think there's anything exciting going on. Not even gonna look. I quit looking. They just, if they show up again, that'll be fine. But until then, I don't even want to think about it. Okay. While he managed to embark on the Rangoon at Calcutta without being seen by Passepartout, after leaving orders that if the warrant should arrive, it should be forwarded to him at Hong Kong, and he hoped to conceal his presence to the end of the voyage. It would have been difficult to explain why he was on board without awakening Passepartout's suspicions, who thought him still at Bombay. But necessity impelled him nevertheless to renew his acquaintance with the worthy servant, as will be seen. Oh, so he's going to have to... All right. Okay, well, I don't trust him. He plays dirty. Well, I guess he's just doing his thing. All right, so that's the end of it. That's the end of it today. Thank you so much for coming along. That was kind of a difficult push out there, but we got here. So, is there anything exciting? I thought I saw something exciting in this campground, and let me see if we can remember it now. Now, we had a heck of a time getting through this thing today, so there better be something over here. Oh, yeah, I see it there now. It's the little Dora van. Ha, 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 ha. All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming, and we'll catch up next time. I think we're going to put up the bug video next time. The bug and spider, maybe. Bug and spider video. Oh, that'd be a good one. All right. Spiders on the field, Coach? All right, with some sea. And we'll just leave you with a little bit of the big old Rosie. Big old Rosie. Come on now. You do your thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Everything's better now. All right, I got some extra time. Now the things are much better. Things look a whole lot better. With some Rosie. Peace out.